Hey everybody, my name is Adrian and I am a Reiki master, I'm a crystal healer, I'm a regression hypnosis practitioner, I'm a psychic tarot reader, I teach psychic development, I practice energy practice because that's really what Reiki is about, and I've studied quite a different number of modalities in Reiki, which is ancient energy healing practices, which used to be taught in secret for very good reason. Sometimes when I look around at what's happening in the energy community at the moment, the Wicca community, the Reiki community, the Shiatsu community, Qigong in a sense, they've still been able to, Qigong actually, they've been able to really sort of keep that knowledge together still. But energy practice has become so sort of like accepted in our westernized world, which is a wonderful thing. But in essence, it's the value of it has been watered down. Something that I want to speak to you about in this video today is psychic vampires. Now, there is a lot of ideas. I've got a crystal in my hand. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit. There's a lot of ideas going around with psychic vampires. A lot of them sort of way out there and kind of off the mark. A psychic vampire is, I would say, the one-on-one sort of description for a psychic vampire. It's quite a broad term, but I don't want to sort of go into all the complicated details. But the basic term, analogy, understanding for a psychic vampire is a living form that is draining you of your positive energy or passing their negative energy. Well, basically that's what they do. They pass their negative energy onto you and drain your positive energy from you. There are discrepancies in there. I'm going to go into the details for you. And the reason why I say a living form is because I want you to understand that a psychic vampire is not necessarily just a person, just a human being. It could, all living forms take on energy and also express energy, maybe you're with the animal that's in a lot of pain, that's been through a lot of trauma. That animal could actually be sucking the energy out of you, the life energy out of you, and they can be doing it consciously and intentionally. Now, this is where we come to the two things. For this video, we're just going to focus on human beings for now, okay? Just to let you know, with that, having spoken about animals, maybe even plants, I do also specialize in animal Reiki. So if you've got some trouble with your animals, first of all, the animal doesn't need to be present. Distance Reiki works incredibly well with animals because they don't have sort of all the layers that us as human beings have when it comes to healing and all those sort of things. So the predominant two kinds of psychic vampires that we get when it comes to people are, one, the people that do not know that they are doing it. And this can often be very challenging because this could be family, this could be friends, this could be people that we really care about. So they may not know that, consciously know that they are doing it. Even on some level you do usually know. And the second one is people that are deliberately draining you of your energy. And we're going to speak about that one first. So just to give you sort of the idea of how being a psychic vampire, how that whole thing sort of operates. So every living form on this planet, humans, animals, plants, whatever it is, any living form, by the mere act of living, is expressing energy, just energy, like very neutral sort of energy. Let's not think good or bad, let's just think energy. It's like if a fire, for example, burns, it gives off energy which is warm, it gives off light. So think of it just like that, and that is called free, free floating, or just free energy that's just there, that's just around. And when you work, and in another video I'll go into this a bit more, but when you work just with energy, and you come from positive intentions, you can use that free energy that is given off by humans, by animals, by plants. You can use that for very positive intentions because there is energy that is already being given off that normally goes into the universe, and then in the universe it gets transmuted into whatever it's getting programmed for, whatever it catches on. It's almost like stem cells, if you want to kind of think of it like that. Stem cells obviously just being almost like that neutral sort of cells that is in your body that can be programmed to sort of do anything. It's almost like let's call it DNA that hasn't sort of been programmed. It can still be programmed. It's like an empty disk, like a CD, or I was going to say floppy disk. It just shows how old I am. But anything like that, it can basically take memory. It's blank and it's got a potential to put to get anything on it. It's like soil. You can plant like a plant in it, that sort of thing. Now, there's that energy going around. And when you consciously use free energy, first of all, you don't go against anybody's free will when you use free energy. And when you use somebody's free energy for positive intentions, by default, the person that actually released that energy also balances. That is normally what you call light work, what you call white magic. That is really what Wicca energy is about, and the witches and those sort of things. And back in the day, obviously, the powers that be realized that, that the Wiccas, they understood nature and cycles and the moon and astrology and balance and, those sort of things. They understood that you could be healed from the earth, and, the powers of be most definitely did not agree with that, because it was all about domination and fear and those type of things. But just to let you know that when we speak of witches, witches are not this dark energy that people sort of think them to be. That is what those that suppressed that didn't want free thinking and didn't want people to live just freely in harmony with nature, with the universe, with the earth. That is what they wanted people to think. And obviously, what is the biggest way to instill fear? Burn a couple of people because they are evil. Everybody's scared. Everybody's afraid. Okay? But the truth obviously can never be suppressed, because light will just remain light at the end of the day. So with the psychic vampire, I'm talking about somebody who does it consciously, who consciously is working with that. And what they would normally do is they would say things and do things to activate certain patterns inside of you. So these people can often come across as a little bit of a bully. They may have a tendency to really be your friend. There's usually quite a bit of manipulation going around. That they try to sort of keep you in your inner circle under the pretense of being your friend, being there for you, doing so much for you so you can't leave them. They do all these things. They might often have things that they would say, for example, I did that for that other person, I did all my best, and then they just sort of dropped me and I feel so hurt, but I know that you won't do that for me. It literally is a form of gaslighting. Even though it doesn't seem that way, it literally is horrible, disgusting manipulation. Because even though these people would come to you under the sort of showing that they've got the best intentions for you, they generally don't. Because what they will do is they get to understand how your sort of how your patterns work, how your buttons work, what they can say, what they can do to activate a certain reaction inside of you, because they want to activate that energy inside of you so that they can use that energy, that free energy that you are giving off. Now it's no longer neutral energy or positive energy. Now it's negative energy, because maybe they hurt you inside, maybe they sort of like click on your little patterns or anything like that. And then what they want is they want that negative energy from you, because when you consciously practice energy and you understand that, you sort of sneaky about it because your intentions are not good. You want to get that negative response from somebody, to get that negative energy from them, so that you can grab that energy and hold it for yourself and use it for spell creation that is not for good intentions. And even things like, and I really want to understand this, especially when it comes to things like, say, for example, a love spell. So you get a love spell where you sort of just want to be in that sense where you live your greatest good, you meet your soul partner, you meet your twin flame, you make that beautiful connection, you have got that beautiful supportive energy. A spell like that, in a tension like that, because that's just really what a spell is, with that you will use light energy. But when you say, for example, I am Mary and I am Joe, not gender specific, just examples, and I am Mary and I want Joe to want me, no matter what the situation, the circumstances might be there. So in essence, you have to almost go against that person's free will, or like sneak in by the back door to get them to like you. And for that, you need dark matter, dark energy, not really specifically dark matter. That's a different thing. I'll speak about that in a different video. If I forget at some point, somebody please send me a comment to remind me, because that's a whole different ball game. Dark matter is almost like stem cells that we're speaking about. You can do beautiful things with it, and it's in light practice. But so with dark practice, a lot of times people do that, and it's important to know that you can store energy. So when somebody gives energy off, you can grab that energy very quickly. Somebody that understands that there is a conscious psychic vampire, they will try to do it, and they will try to grab that energy from you quickly. And usually they won't store it inside of them, because you can store energy inside of you. Obviously, good energy is recommended to store inside of you. I will never consciously store bad energy inside of me, but and there can be purposes for dark energy. At some point I'll speak about that, because, say for example, you're trying to break a spell, a negative sort of curse, intention that was sent, remember? Don't get so hung up on the terms. You sometimes need just a little bit of dark energy in there, which is almost like a relatable thing, I remember a couple of years ago, Sangoma actually tried to send me a curse. It did send me a curse, and for a couple of days, everything was going wrong in my life. And I said to myself, okay, Adrian, hold on here a moment, what's going on here? And I sent that energy back to where it came from. But because the energy understood where it came from, it had a path back to go. And so sometimes, even though you practice light energy, you can use dark energy in that sense, as long as the purpose is for the light. But you need to know what you're doing. You don't just want to go and play around and test it around and give this a try and give that a try, because that is one of the quickest ways to get yourself into trouble, or to actually attract psychic vampires to you, intentionally bad ones, okay? You can also store energy in a crystal, and I would in general recommend more storing energy in crystals, because you can keep it in the crystal and you can have the intention for it to flow out again when you need it. But I would recommend that if you're not very, sort of well versed with energy and energy work, that you do that rather, because I would say that is the much safer, the much more responsible thing to do. All right. Now, so that is the one sort of psychic vampire. Their intention is just to bring your vibe down. They might guise themselves maybe as your friend, for example, and a lot of times, now this is where we more get into a space where sometimes people are not aware of the fact that they are doing it, but also don't let yourself be fooled. But I'm just letting you know that it is possible. Okay, but usually when people do something like that, when they sap your energy, they do it with actual intention, even if maybe initially that wasn't how it started. But what could also happen is, and this is a good sign to actually pick it up, somebody comes to spend some time with you, they leave you, they feel all enlightened, all bright up, because they sucked that energy from you. They came and dumped all of their stuff on you, all of their talks, all of their negativity, all of their complaints, all of that stuff. They come and dump that on you, and what they do is they take your positive energy, so they feel very excited and very energized, and that is often when people guys as your friends and the psychic vampires, that is why they don't want to let you go, because this would normally be a darker energy that understands you to be an energy of light, that they know that you can recreate light. So maybe once a week, twice, every 2 weeks, maybe once a month at the latest, they want to pop in with you. They want to dump all that energy on you, and they want to take your positive energy. And a way to usually know that the people are doing this is, there's a couple of signs. One, you would notice that they might have a little bit of a kind of like a seemingly innocent way of trying to just speak to you about things, but there's always a little bit of a below the belt, slightly bit of an insult, maybe little things that they are saying, but this is extreme manipulation, so you don't always pick up on it right away. Okay, there's a justifiable way out of it. They will normally try to plant ideas into your mind. That person did that to me, but I know that you're my friend, so you would never do that to me. I know that if anything in life ever goes wrong, I know that you would never let me down. So it sometimes sounds like very sort of platonic conversation that they're having with you, but it's a way of consciously trying to plant ideas in your mind. You will often find that when you're dealing with a psychic vampire, they will always try to strengthen their connection with you. Let's move in together. Let's start a business together. Let's hang out more and more. They usually, often they also wouldn't have that sense of having all that sense of respect for your time, even if you're someone like me who likes my time to be respected, because I understand that as a soul having a human being experience, I only have so much life left on this planet, and after that life is done, then it's done, then my experience of life is done, you know. A lot of times boundaries won't be respected, things will be pushed, you know. If you are maybe, say, you are expanding your knowledge in life, you are doing something different, you might be in a space where maybe you might get a broader understanding of a subject that they maybe are sort of well versed in already. Say, I mean, say I do tarot, for example. You will often find that these are people, they try to do what you do. They sort of like, almost like in a competition with you. They want to win to you. They often lie. They often lie, exaggerate the truth, because they want to show to you how amazing they are. It's a way of wanting to show to you how incredible they are, which justifies in your mind that you should be having them in their mind, because they're selling them to you as an asset in your life that you cannot do without. That's what they want you to know. That's what they want you to understand, because they want to keep on sucking that energy from you. And a lot of times, and this is a trick that psychic vampires can do, the intentional ones, they will do wonderful things for you. You need them in the middle of the night, they rock up, they're there. And a lot of times they would actually even create the drama that they are coming to save you from, and you might not always realize that, you know. They might have a way of saying bad things about other people. They try to form rifts between you and other people. They don't want you to be too much friends with others. When they see that you're winning, they see that you're successful, they try to break you down in very strategic ways, okay? And they're incredibly good at that. When you speak about narcissists, you know, flowing all the way, that is what we speak about when we speak about psychic vampires. And the thing to remember is that if you are no longer of any purpose to them, so either you walk away, you die, whatever, because the thing is also, when you deal with a psychic vampire for too long, that it can start having a negative impact on you. It brings your energy down, it brings your emotions down, it brings your immune system down, because you're taking on negative energy and giving away positive energy. So you're emptying your cup and filling it with the darkness that they want you to have, because it's an emotional tie. It's very difficult usually to break away from these people, and you know, even when you do, they will try to once again gaslight you back into the connection. They might want to convince you that you are being overly sensitive. They might want to convince you that you're being a terrible person. They might want to convince you that you are a psychic vampire, that you are the one that used them, that they were there for you, but then you are now so ungrateful, that you're a person that just uses other people. Obviously, you do also want to honestly look at yourself. If a couple of people start saying the same thing to you, then you want to obviously also start looking at your own patterns. But you would normally find that in these people's life there's a pattern. They were there for others. It's normally like, I've been there for them, I've given them so much, I tried my best. They will always tell you how bad the other person was. They are forever the victim, okay? Because they have to, it's almost like marketing, they have to hit that pain and pressure points within you. You know, they have to make you feel sorry for them. They have to make you realize that you need them. They will say like, I'm doing this for you because I want to help you. I want you to succeed. I don't mind if I never get the money back, that sort of thing. Okay, they have a tendency to complain to you about the same things over and over and over and over and over, because instead of dealing with their problems, they would much rather take your energy and give them, you know, their energy to you, which I said in most cases it is a conscious thing that they are doing. In the same token, even people that gossip. Gossip is one of those things. Now, I'm not talking about just having a chit chat and kind of like joking around and stuff like that. I'm talking about things with actual negative intent, with ill intent. You know, when people gossip, it's usually a way of trying to take the limelight from them and focusing it on those people over there, letting you see how innocent they are, what a victim they are. Okay, these people are also generally not too concerned about what's going on in your life. You know, they'll be there for you when you maybe go through a very difficult time, and also because of the intent that they're coming from. These are people that would normally be there for you when you really do need a shoulder to cry on, when you do need that support, when you do need a friend. They will step forward, and they would usually step forward and appear like beautiful light. So, and this is where the confusion comes in. You know, they might even believe themselves to maybe be and they may even say that you need them. But once they got you hooked, they just want to drain your energy. And even sometimes when they have compassion for you, show compassion to you, it might be fake, it might not be real. Okay? Because this is the thing to know. If you for whatever reason leave, if you die, whatever it is, you will be replaced tomorrow. In actual fact, when they're doing it to you, chances are almost guaranteed that they're doing it to a couple of other people as well already. Okay, depending on how far they is in the picture, in the flow. And as I said, like sometimes people don't know that they are doing it, but I'm going to be very honest with you. Those instances are far and few in between. You know, there's about a 99.9% chance that when somebody is a psychic vampire and they want to suck your energy from you, they're gonna deliberately trigger you. They're gonna say things to hurt you. They're trying to bring your emotion down. And so pay attention to how you feel when you're with them, because you might spend the most beautiful day together, but they might say something out of the blue that just brings your energy down. There is also times, a lot of times when people do this, they would normally try to do something that might sort of alter your state of mind, in whichever form it may be. This could be recreational drugs, it could be plant medicines, it could be weed, it could be money, it could be attention. They're very good at seeing what it is that you are needing, liking, looking for in your life, and then boom, they fill that void. But they don't fill it because they want the best for you. They fill it because they're trying to almost form like a parasitic sort of connection with you. That's really what they are after. So that is normally something that they do. But obviously, with all of that being said and done, there's ways for you that you can protect your energy. And I'm going to go into maybe another video with energy protection. But a good thing to protect your energy is, first of all, you just have to place space and distance between yourself and that person. But you may try to do it in a nice way. I know I've tried to do it in nice ways before. You have to make this person understand that this is it. Because until they understand that this is it, they're going to keep on trying to come back. They're going to do what they have to do to come back, because they want to latch onto you. They want to build that closer connection. They want to spend time with you, and it's not because they've got your best intentions at heart. They actually have your illest intentions at heart. So what I often teach to all my tarot students, my Reiki students, my crystal healing students, psychic development students, because psychic development is literally just about managing energy, is to take in a nice deep breath. Because when you take a breath, it centers you. Take in a breath and imagine that you're breathing in the positive energy of the universe. Draw your angels, your guides, your guardians, all of that which you need. You know, if you maybe feel that you don't have that much confidence or anything like that, ask the universe to give you that confidence. Ask that energy to be drawn towards you. Breathe into your heart space, and then breathe in what it is that you need. You know, beautiful courage, as I said, confidence, love, light, whatever it may be, you know, solutions, all those type of things, money, love, whatever. And then visualize that, you know, as you're breathing in, focusing on your breathing, you can imagine that every drop of blood that flows through your heart is filled with that beautiful oxygen that you're breathing. So you're sending it to all parts of your body, sending it with love, sending it with the intention of protection to raise your vibration. Because as you raise your vibration, you would no longer be an energetic match for this other person, but it's not like they're just going to let you go. They're going to try to come back. You know, they might actually try to convince you that you're not of the light, and you might actually quite easily start believing them. Okay. I remember I had somebody who tried this on me and was actually successful for quite a while, and was asking me in my work, what is my goal? And I said, well, my goal is to help those that are ready to go to that next level, to help them to find the magic within them, to unlock the magic, to live their greatest potential as a human being. And I said also, because when I sort of spiritually awakened, it was very challenging for me, because even though I've had wonderful teachers along the way, there were extended periods of times when I felt very lonely, when I didn't sort of connect with that second part of my soul family yet. It really wasn't nice. And I said, I'd really like to support, those that are going through that as well, because I know that it's a challenging period. And then based on something else that I completely forgot that I told this person, and the person said to me, oh, this is you trying to heal that little boy inside of you that is still broken. Now, because I know who I am, and because I consciously work with myself, and because I work with my shadow side, I work with my light side, I work with my dark side, I work with my inner child, I know who I am. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. I know that I am the masterpiece in the process of also becoming, But had I not known that about myself, I may have taken this person's word for it. And I said, no, that is not true. I just know that it's challenging for people when they do that, when they go through that phase, and I would like to be there for them because I know that it's tough. That's my only intention. I'm not trying to heal any childhood patterns here. I'm not trying to deflect my unresolved patterns onto anybody else. But, and it was such a random sort of comment just sort of put in there. Had I not been conscious at the time, I would not have picked it up, and I might have taken that on as a belief for myself. And that is those subtle cues that psychic vampires do, that they use. So breathing into your heart space, letting that blood flow through you, and then imagine that light expanding from your heart space all the way around you to form a bubble of light around you, to form a cocoon of light around you. And this is your protection. This is your aura. And remember that you're not separate from your aura. You are a body existing within your energy. You are a physical expression of your energy. So it's that beautiful saying, which is so true, that you are not a human being with a soul. You are a soul with a body. But technically speaking, that's what I was getting at. You are not a body with a soul. You are a soul with a body, because your soul is so much larger than, just your body and just here and just now. And energy vampires want to make you believe that you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough, you're not clever enough, you're not interesting enough, you're not attractive enough, you're not capable enough, you are stupid, but it's okay, I've got you. They often create situations to rescue you from, to be the hero that rescues you. But what they do is they will create the dilemma to rescue you from. Okay, but as you have that bubble of light around you, see it as your protection, and you can welcome into the space all of that which represents positivity to you, that represents light to you, that represents love, safety, comfort, and protection to you, your guides, your guardians, your soul family. And have the willingness to release from you all of that which is not serving you in a positive way. But it is important that you have to make that distinction, and sometimes literally even physically moving away is not enough. You have to consciously let this person know, I am cutting you out of my energy. You are no longer part of my life. We're not going to chat. We don't have to be enemies. Not in the slightest, because then you're buying into a darkness. So try your best to always step away from light, but it's about honoring yourself. Okay, and if you are feeling that you are dealing with a psychic vampire at the moment, I want to encourage you to really do introspection, to do that inner work, to look at yourself, and to see what is it that this person is able to use within me to latch onto me, and then to focus at releasing those things, at healing those things, at balancing that energy. And that is one of the things that I specialize in supporting others with. So if that is something that you're interested in me supporting you with, you can contact me. My contact details is down below in the description. I hope that it helps. I don't want to overwhelm you, so I just sort of want to skim on the basic things, and then I'll make some videos in future to give you some more information in that, so that you can go forth into this life and that you can live the beautiful potential that you were always meant to live. Namaste. Love and light.